What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kiko's. Appreciate you guys tuning in to another video. I'm Josh. And in the last video, what we talked about was the big Bale feeders. So we have a lot of goats and we got a lot of hay that we need to put out for the goats, so we had them big Bale feeders. But I know that everybody don't always have a lot of goats like us. Maybe you have a small farm, maybe you have 2 goats on 1 acre or in half an acre. You might need something smaller to feed your goats. Well, we have several different types of hay feeders. Thought I'd show you guys them. Let's get them out, let's talk about them, let's go look at them. I'll show you ours and how good they are and how they work. So we got some exciting news. We reached 7,000 subscribers this week, and I want to thank you guys, each and every one of you guys, for tuning in, subscribing to the channel, watching our videos. It means a lot. We're going to keep growing as a channel. We're going to keep producing videos for you guys, so stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed, do me a favor, go down, hit the subscribe button, like the videos, ring the notification bell, so whenever we do post, you'll get notified. Hit the all on the notification, so you get every single time we post something, you'll be the first to know, and you can click on it and watch. I appreciate it, guys. So this feeder right here, it is made by B&W Farm and Ranch Equipment. I bought it a couple years ago. I really like it. You can take some hay, throw in the V part of the feeder, and put your hay out like that. This feeder also has the rubber bottom. I really like that. No rust. This has been out in the elements since I've gotten it, and I haven't had any problems out of it. I'm gonna call these young ducklings up here, throw some hay out to them, and kind of show you it. So I poured a little bit of feed out. You can see them back here eating. I tell you what, with the dual purpose, the hay V part where you can put the hay in, and then the rubber bottom to put feed in, or a feed pan at the bottom, that really works well. You can take these small feeders, you can put them in a kidding area, a small pen, small group of nannies can eat on it, but you can see that these ducklings are taking to it. First time they've ever ate out of one like this, but I just took the alfalfa hay, put it in the feeder, threw a little bit of feed in to get them over here to see what was going on, and they're ready to go. I have a small square bale feeder. So when we have alfalfa hay, we like to throw the alfalfa hay in here so we can control the feed. These do work well. We've had this for a long time. Cons of this feeder is it's got a metal compartment. This was like a tray to catch and for feed, and as you can see, it's rusted out. So that's a con of this feeder. The hay cradle part on this feeder works great. All right, so we're in an area that it's a covered area that we might pull some nannies in to let them kid or wean. In this area right here, we have some feeders in here. These are made for to put square hay in. They work great, pretty easy to move around. What I don't like about these is they're galvanized, and you can see the galvanized metal is thin. It causes rust problems, and once they start to do that, they break, tear. So these feeders right here, we've had them for a while. They do work good, but they're just a problem with rusting and falling apart. You can see right here is another feeder we have. It's the same type. It's like What you would use if you had some little kids, got a trough down here. It's got a hay ring area. This is made out of thicker material, not galvanized. No rust on this. I mean, no holes. It does have a little bit of rust because it's out in the weather, but works great. Excellent little feeder that you can put in a little pen to wean some goats if you had to lock some up. So it's underneath the covered barn in here, and this is another type of feeder. It's just a small bale cradle feeder. The bottom part of this one, what I like about this one is it's got a rubber bottom, so no rust there. Works great. And we use these for putting out our alfalfa square bales. Alright, so I'm over here in BT's pasture. Yet again, we got another, in every single pasture, we have a way to put alfalfa when we want to feed alfalfa. This right here is another square bale feeder. We did make some adjustments, put a covering on it so the hay, try to keep it as dry as possible. It does have a metal trough. This thing we've had for a long time. So as you can see in here, these are some little kidding stalls, kidding setups where nannies can get in here and they can have their babies wind block out of the weather, and they can get up in the corner and have their kids. But in this barn we have this other, it's a MountainView square bale hay feeder, and it's made a little different. It's not like the other ones where it's got the V. This right here, you take and you put a square bale inside here, and they can eat out through here, or they got this opening right here that they can pull hay from. This is a different type of hay feeder for smaller square bales. I had never seen one that was upright like this. This right here, you just throw a bale in it, and the goats seem to eat a bunch. They do waste a little, not as much as if it was just thrown out on the ground. So in here, if we are putting a nanny off to herself, or have some kids we're weaning, here's another type of feeder. This is a homemade feeder. What this is a food industrial type container that had a cage around it. So we cut the cage, it's got a bottom, and we made this to where we could use this for a hay feeder. We took the inside of it, washed it out, cleaned it out real good. I'll show you over here, and we have a hut, made a little hut for them. So these right here, made out of really thin metal. We got this. We cut these out so the goats don't get their head stuck. We was having problems with goats getting their head stuck in them. But we got these cut out. Throw you some hay in here, square bale, and it does have some waste, but it does serve a purpose and it works well. This is just a homemade feeder that we made, like I was showing you a while ago in that homemade feeder, that dual purpose of that. Clean this out real well. This is just an industrial tote, and these right here, these work well for a nanny and a few kids to get in, or a bunch of kids to get in there. They like to huddle up together, so these work great if you can make these. So that's going to be it, guys. That's about all I got for you. I wanted to be able to show you guys some big square bale feeders that we had in the previous video. We've got the small. I wanted to take some time to show you guys them. Maybe you've seen something in this video that might work for your place. We have them both here. They both serve purposes. They both work well. Some are better than others. I'll leave a link to some of the newer ones in the description below, so you can go check them out. The tall one that stands up, and then this one right here, they're pretty new. The other ones we'd had for a while, but these newer ones that serve the dual purpose, I really like them. They work well for us. But that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.